Hey everyone, I want to talk a little bit more about line quality. Basically, the thing that I really want to concentrate on today is something called feathering. Feathering is when you make a line by sort of moving your pencil like this along the direction of where you want the line to go. And what happens when you feather is you give your line the kind of effect of looking furry or looking like it's very unclear. Sometimes when you feather, you are so unsure of where you're going that the lines that you're feathering actually don't go in the same direction. And you don't end up with a clear line. This is not a good way to define an edge, unless of course you are describing something that is covered in fur. So developing those really confident lines and being able to do this will really help you get away from feathering. I don't want to see feathering on drawings unless you are drawing a picture of something that is furry, like some kind of mammal. So there are two kinds of lines that I want you to get very confident at drawing. One is this straight line, and the other one is a curved line. Curved lines tend to go from point to point, but they also tend to go through a third point. So if you can figure out where the line begins and ends, the only other thing you have to figure out is how far out it curves in the middle. So let's say I'm measuring something and I figure out that this is where the line should begin and this is where it should end, but it also comes down to like here, to that point. And I've measured this by triangulating, the way I've shown you to do before. Then what I want you to do is I want you to practice curving a line through those 3 points. And you're going to find that it takes some practice to get it right. And this is all going to be based on observation when you do it. So practicing drawing those ellipses, for example, that's something you're going to do with a straight arm, a locked arm. That way you're not trying to draw an ellipse by doing this, but rather you're doing a nice fluid movement. And the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. Generally, when I draw an ellipse, I'm looking for the outside perimeter or extents of the ellipse. Remember that word extents? So if you can find those 4 points on an ellipse, for example, that's going to help you really figure out where the curve is. And you don't have to do it all in one go, but maybe do it like in quadrants, so you're doing it a quarter of the way at a time. And making sure that on the ends it really looks right. Again, holding your pencil away from the tip is really going to help. Not only does this give you a better angle on the pencil to make it kind of an extension of your arm like that, but also it helps you to see what's going on around the end of the pencil. If I hold my pencil like this and I want to draw there, I can't see what's going on under here, right? And what I end up with is something that maybe doesn't come out exactly the way I want. So really this is about gaining control over your drawing, gaining control over the marks you make, and also making your pencil an extension of your body so that there's a more direct line between what's happening at the tip of your pencil and what's happening in your brain. Okay, so I want you to keep practicing that. That's something that you just need to do a lot if you want your drawing skills to improve.